Katie, the Pirates coming off 2 more wins in the conference last week. On Tuesday, a 4-set victory over Whitman, and then on Friday, your first conference road win at Linfield. Kind of a change of pace this past week. Maybe the offense wasn't quite as efficient, but boy, the defense and blocking, digging, everything sure showed up. Just talk about the way that the team was able to adapt and play to what they needed to get those wins.
Yeah. Tuesday it was an interesting match in that we knew Whitman was going to be scrappy and it was going to be kind of hard fought in terms of trying to earn our points. And I felt like we started out really strong in the first set, and then Whitman made some adjustments, and I think we also kind of let up a little bit mentally and found ourselves in a really tough second set. Lost that one closely, and then kind of shifted our focus a little bit in utilizing our strengths, which has always been blocking and defense, and it was fun to kind of see those strengths and skill sets you really be pretty dominant in a way where it kind of forced us and earned us the victory, and then taking that win against Whitman into Linfield, kind of same thing. We knew they were going to be a similar type of team and wanting to continue to improve in all aspects, but definitely continue to be strong in our blocking and defense, and I felt like we were able to do that. I also feel like, too, a big part of being a sound defensive team and blocking is serving tough and being able to get the other team out of system, so then it makes a little bit easier to predict what they're going to do offensively, and then you can defend it easier. So I felt like we did a good job against Linfield in our serving as well.
9 service aces, and like you said, several others that got them out of system. One kind of on the flip side of that, one assist or one statistic that kind of flies under the radar. This year, for the first time in a long time, Whitworth is the hardest team to ace in the conference. You guys have given up the fewest service aces in the league. What are you guys doing anything differently, or how's that come to the fore?
I don't think we're doing anything differently. It's always been a focus. It will continue to be a focus. We work on our serve receive every day, constantly. I think this year we have some great leadership and experience, having some seniors in the back row, in our libero and Taylor and Ella. And I think Ella has made a lot of positive strides forward in her defense and in her passing. So having someone else outside of just a specialized defensive player that can pass consistently and play defense has been really helpful. But overall, I feel like we've had, everyone contribute here and there. I mean, Bless has to pass when she's in the front row, and Rachel's done a really good job. So I just think, passing it's a lot of technique, but it's also a lot of just your mental state, that mental fortitude, and just being determined to not get aced, put yourself in a position to at least get the ball up in the air. And I think our setters have given our passers a lot of confidence in knowing that the pass doesn't have to be perfect. So it's less about let's make this pass perfect and more about let's just get the ball up and we can make a play out of it.
5 of your first 6 conference matches are at home.
Yes.
Which obviously sets up a challenging second half of the conference schedule. Is there a sense of, okay, we need to hold serve, we really need to take advantage of this now, so we set ourselves up to be ready for that second half?
Absolutely. And I think that is always kind of the mentality of that first round of conference, really wanting to put yourself in a position where you're entering that second round very confident, knowing that you've given your very best. And I think home or away, we really kind of have the same focus, and I feel like the same mentality. I don't mind this schedule. I do think, getting these home games out of the way and getting in a rhythm and finding some good wins that you can be confident in then helps spur kind of that second half where we're on the road and there are opponents that we're familiar with now. We played. I'd rather have that challenge on the road against an opponent that you're familiar with than, the first time.
So what do we know about Lewis and Clark and Willamette, the teams that are coming in this weekend?
Yeah, well, they're young, they're new, some new players. I think they're going to be similar to like a Whitman and a Linfield, where they're more sort of defensively scrappy, maybe not as offensively efficient, but they do some things defensively and they serve tough. And I think they're just going to be kind of a gritty team where it's going to be hard potentially to get in a good rhythm and score against them. So I think we just need to be ready to go to just continuing to get better. Like, I think for us, we're thinking more about less adapting to what we need to do to be successful against opponents, and more just about how do we continue to build our skill set, focus on our strengths, try to work on our weaknesses, but really just trying to build on our strengths. And I think for us, we're a physical team. I think, we're a great blocking team. So just continuing to push forward in those ways and focus on what we can do on our side of the net, and we know hopefully that will result in a positive outcome.